Right, well, we're off looking at bees today.
Egg boxes is a good way to get started, and then any dry wood.
Oh, very cool.
Go up to the entrance to the bees, which is down the bottom in the middle where they're coming from. Hold it about 4-6 inches away and give them 2 puffs.
Just here.
Yep. It makes them think that there's a forest fire, so instead of being interested in stinging you, the theory is they will gorge themselves on honey ready to flee, and when they're gorged they're placid. But it does also hide any alarm pheromones that they give off as well. Very placid today. What we've got here is some old comb that they built in the wrong place, which I then took away, put in the right place, and they've cleaned it up so there's no more kind of spare honey knocking around. So this is the brood box.
They're quiet in there.
Very quiet, very happy bees today. I'll puff across the top, that will get them out of the way.
Yep.
But they'll buzz, so this will be a good one for you. Still very happy today. I'm almost disappointed that they're not yelling a little more.
Does the weather affect them much? If it's raining or?
Yeah, and particularly if it's humid or thundery. So we check the underside to make sure the queen's not there.
I can tell, just significantly bigger.
Yes, and she's also got the blue mark on her.
Yeah.
So this is a new floor. The grill is to allow ventilation, but also to let varroa mites drop out. If they fall off or are groomed off, the idea is that they're more likely to fall out and not return.
Wow, look at that. They're all hanging off.
So that can come out the way. And now this is a queen cell where they're planning to raise a new queen.
Yeah.
The fact that it's in the middle suggests it's a supersedure cell, which means they will replace the queen just like for like without doing the swarming process I described. Normally, queen cells that are for a swarm are found at the bottom. See that big boy there? That one there's a drone.
Oh yeah, yep.
He's got big eyes, all the better to see the virgin queens with.
So what percentage does it break down as in terms of worker bees and drones? And I assume it's one queen.
One queen, about 5% drones in the summer.
Yep.
Although fewer if you don't let them build their own wax. So this is the frame that I made, and then they've made this wild wax, and see how big these cells are compared to these cells. These are the ones they've chosen to make, and they'll hold drones, whereas these are the ones I've told them to make, and they hold workers. Put it back very gently, wiggle the sides to make sure nobody gets trapped. You only trap a queen and kill her accidentally once in your life.
And have you done it?
Yes. Now, oops, sorry bees. Can you see kind of grains of rice at the bottom of those cells?
Yes. Yep.
They're eggs. A bee's just gone onto your microphone, and it's probably trying to sting the microphone in there because it probably thinks it's an animal.
He's out. Yeah, look at that, one queen. So what kind of paint is it? Just enamel paint or something?
It's craft paint of some sort.
Yeah.
And the colour code indicates how old she is. So she is 2015. And this is an old frame where the wax has gone that I put in case they wanted to use it. They're not particularly interested in making use of that.
How much do frames cost?
About, with the foundation, probably £2 each.
Oh, okay. Very little.
Yeah, but I've got several dozen of them.
Loads of bees.
I left too big a gap downstairs and the bees filled it up with this comb and then filled it with honey. So I removed that wild comb and left it up here for them to empty, and now the wax is all gone. Ow. Okay, there's a sting. Now, don't know if you can see that. The advantage of wearing these rubber gloves is when it touches the skin you can just pull the rubber out.
Yep.
Now what I need to do is smoke that finger and the tool to mask the smell of the sting pheromone, otherwise it will just wind them up.
Just listen to these bees.
Brand new roof goes on. Yes, a little bit testy.
Absolutely phenomenal.